Good evening, Sanibonan, and welcome to another episode of Weekend Football Prediction on Thursday. As you can see today, Lehagwe is not here. Precious, she's normally here next to me, and we normally do the show together. And she's not feeling well, so she decided to take a day off. She had a little bit of a flu, and her voice wasn't too good. But you know what? As exciting as this show is, we then have decided we're gonna pull someone from the production team and to come and join me. He's been working behind the camera, behind the scene. He hasn't been seen on the front. And ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome PASEKA.
I know. Grand.
For
the first time,
yeah, no, look, sometimes it's good that sometimes if you never had an opportunity, and today we've decided, since Lehagwe is not here, so let's give you an opportunity. Maybe Lehagwe, just be careful, he might end up taking your job. We'll see how
this
good
is
he
too
is.
much. No, I'll never do that. This is too much.
Look, this is not too much. The main thing here, we talk about football, and we all go to different stadiums, we watch the games, and I mean, we had an MTN top 8 this past weekend, and you saw how they played. What do you think of that game of Orlando Pirates and the Mamelodi Sundowns? If you remember well, we spoke about before the game, we had an interview with AK-47, and he was saying this is what's going to happen, and I was mentioning, I said Pirates has got new players, has been rejuvenated. And what do you think of that game?
Hey, the game was good, man. It was too electrifying. Yeah, they did well, even though it was a goalless draw, but both the team were ready.
Yeah.
Ready for the game. Yeah, it's just that some of the players were unlucky in some situations, but I think they did the job in terms of preparation and being ready for the game. Yeah, they were ready, but it's just that they were too good for each other, but we'll see. We'll see.
But do you think Orlando Pirates in the second half particularly, do you think Orlando Pirates has outplayed Sundowns, especially in that middle field where you had the Andile Jalis? Do you think Pirates has outplayed Mamelodi Sundowns?
Hey, talking about Andile Jali, I saw some post where he was falling acrobatically.
I think I saw that.
Yeah. So it was really hard for him, but Pirates was a bit stronger in the middle of the park, but Sundowns was still there to make sure that they defended them. They matched them pound to pound. That's why it ended up as a goalless draw.
I think end of the day, this is what we like to see in the South African football. We don't want to have one team dominating, then it just dilutes that exciting part of football. We want to see team competing, and I want to be honest, I was impressed with the game. I was happy the way the both teams played. The Mamelodi Sundowns, they were also attacking. Orlando Pirates was all over. I think the reason why we talk more about Orlando Pirates is because we know they've been struggling, and I think since the season started, we watched the best game of Orlando Pirates.
Yeah, they're very good. They're reminding me of the days when they had this new coach that Papik,
yes.
Yes, Papik tried to do this at the beginning, and then all of a sudden it just vanished. We don't know what happened then after. But this guy seems to be very good, but we'll see. We'll see. Still early to decide or think of anything else. But we'll see when comes second round. That's where it becomes tighter and hard. But we'll see.
So the first round is gone. They played goalless draw. Do you think now when they come back, do you think, I'm asking you this question because I know you might be behind the camera now. What do you think is going to happen now when they go to the next game?
I don't want to lie to you. According to me, Sundowns will take it.
Sundowns will take it.
Because what will happen now, they're going to prepare. Those guys have the best tacticians in the country.
Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yes, Mamelodi Sundowns. The likes of Rulani, the likes of Steve Hompela. So yes, Mangoba is the boss, but those two guys, yeah, I respect them. Yeah, I respect them. And then what is going to happen is, as soon as they come back, you will see the difference. You will see the first half. It might end with 2-0 in the second. In the second semi-final, in the second leg of the semi-finals, and then they might close it with 3-0, and it will be the end of Pirates in
MTN.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
Very harsh words, very harsh words.
Not an easy one.
He says he sees this one, Orlando Pirates losing by 3-0 if it happens, or it might be 2-0 in the first half of the second leg. So we're gonna watch, we're gonna wait and see. And the Sunday game, Victor Gomez, he was a man of the match, I guess. He gave 4 red cards. And one thing before we get into these red cards, what I would like to tell our fans out there, guys, let's learn to go and read these laws. Before we start judging people, we need to understand the laws of the game, and then we can make decisions. Because I had a lot of people, they were criticizing the referee.
The referee, yes.
But when you go to the laws of the game, I think all those 4 red cards, the referee was spot on.
Yeah, the reality is, on the day, on the pitch, everybody has high spirit, everybody is supporting their team. They will always blame people and all that, but the reality, you'll find that the official on the day, it's good, because that guy was able to see all the mistakes and all the faults that were being committed by other teams, by other players, and then the guy was spot on. Because if you are able to see what's happening on the pitch and off the pitch, and then the 4th referee was also spot on, because was able to tell the Gomes that
there is a problem.
There is a problem of the field, and then this said this. I don't know, because I was not there to hear everything, but it's more like the 4th referee was able to report to Gomes that no, these guys are saying this on the bench, and then they were able to dish out the red cards. But the most worrying situation, it's a player that was not playing, sitting on the bench, getting on the pitch. You pull somebody and you're trying to say something that's not being professional. That's not professionalism. My understanding of the situation, that guy was supposed to at least speak to him, but not to pull. Let's say you want to say something and then you want to pass a message or get a message across, but don't pull the player, because the player showed that I don't want to talk to you. And then the guy was still pulling, and then that was Mato.
Knowing the Kaiser Chiefs that I know, I'm definitely sure he's going to go to the Kaiser Chiefs DC, because that was unnecessary red card. There was no need for him to get that red card. And before we move on...
But even a red card, I think it was a bit stronger for the referee to give.
It was a bit harsher giving the red card.
Yes, because
I want to come to that then, when you talk about the red cards. That's why when we started the show, I encourage people that they need to go and learn more about these laws so that you understand football. I will quote, but I can't remember exactly what law number is that, but the law says if a player, for whatever reason, once they put their hand onto the other player's face, it's a yellow card.
That I understand.
Right? So we look at the defender from Amazulu. He put the first time he put his hand onto Sehota. That was the first yellow card. The second yellow card again, it was obviously that one, it was an obstruction. So it was a yellow card. Then he got the red card. So when it comes to Mohango was outside. And the 4th official did ask Mohango to put another jersey on, because the jersey that you're wearing is the same color as the jersey that they are wearing in the pitch. So he was asked to put the bib on. So he refused to do that. Then when he refused to do that, the 4th official then went to him. He said, you need to put it, because now you are confusing us. We don't know whether you are the player in the field of play or you are the player outside. Then he then responded with that he was being cheeky. He didn't want to do that. That's how he then get a red card. That's when the fourth official called the referee to say, I'm speaking to him, I've been telling him, and he doesn't want to put the beep on top.
Okay.
That's how he got the red card. You can't sit on the bench and be looking exactly the same as the players that are in the field. That's why there is a warm-up jersey, there is a beep, to make sure that the referee can separate.
So does this mean the red card was based on the refusal to change a jersey? Because by that time, when he received yes, a red, he was already on green.
Exactly.
Yes. So
he was now he then had a different color. But when this started, and I think there's also some way he exchanged the words with the fourth official.
Yes.
Yes. And then when it comes to that Kaizer Chiefs red card, after the game, you saw, you saw what the Amazulu goalkeeper was doing. Then he went to the Kaizer Chiefs and he was saying, who, you know, like those players you go in front of.
I'm the man.
I'm the man. He was saying that to the Kaizer Chiefs fans. So this guy, the Mutlo, ran to him and he said, you can't do that to a player. He was pulling him. So this guy pushed him. He said, I don't want to talk to you. Then he pushed him. Mutlo pushed the goalkeeper. And then after that, that's a red card. Because
the goalkeeper was pushing Matlo to say, hey man,
I don't want to talk to you. Yes. Matlo was pulling him on the jersey.
Yes.
So that's how the Kaizer Chiefs got the red card. I just wanted to explain it to the people out there to understand.
It was a silly red card.
It is a silly red card to the player. But I think when it comes to the referee, I think the referee did well. Because in South Africa, we have the tendency of the referees are being scared to give the cards. If the game warranted cards. You remember, I can't remember which year was it when Kaizer Chiefs played against Jomo Cosmos. I think 5 or 6 red cards were issued in that game. So we need those kind of, and this is why.
That tells your age, yeah? I don't remember that game.
This is why you're finding that out of all these referees that we have, we only get 1 or 2 referees that go to the international.
Yeah, but
Mr. Gomez is one of those referees. It's because he's not scared to take decision. He has to make decision when the decision is due, and it's exactly what we did. What he did on Sunday. No fear, no favor.
And make decisions.
Exactly. And you can see, and if you look at those 2 red cards, Mohango and the Kaizer Chiefs player, he went to the fourth official and he asked, which one is this the one? He was pointing at the player. The fourth official said yes. Then he gave the red card. So I don't know what people are crying for. Guys, this is football.
The reality is, it was a very nice game, which was ended up being spoiled at the end. But let me not say spoiled, because the referee was doing what he's supposed to do. Yes, because the referee was on the pitch and then was doing what he's supposed to do. But if you look at the beginning of the game, Amazulu was very strong. They came firing with all cylinders. Yes, the Chiefs. They were ready. But come the end of the first half, towards the end, maybe 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes.
Before the halftime.
Yes, before the halftime.
I think that's when we started seeing the water coming out.
Yes. And then Chiefs was now playing. And Chiefs became alive at that time. But Chiefs as well. Dupree.
You know what? I
was hoping for the best.
You score some of the goals and you lose some of the goals. As for Dupree, he should have scored at least 2 goals on the weekend, but it wasn't his day. When it's not your day, it's not your day.
But I'm worried about him, because at the national team he did almost the same situation, and then he couldn't score, and then the same happened at Chiefs. Maybe it's psychological. It's no longer about his performance on the field or his capabilities, because we know of his capabilities. But maybe there's something psychological that is affecting him, or what happened at Bafana affected him at Chiefs, because he's a guy who's always spot on.
But don't you think that You know, I remember back in the days, the likes of Dr. Kumalo Tabumok and Tabandibisi, they used to tell you, when a new player comes to Kaizer Chiefs, we need to take you to teach you how to walk in Epifeni. We need to teach you a lot of things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't you think he's got that pressure? Because that gold and black, it's not easy to wear that color.
But that guy has settled it perfectly. If you've seen them before the weekend, he was just relaxed, wearing his black tracksuit, sitting on the stands. I think it was Monday, if I'm correct, or if not Thursday. It was Monday or Thursday. Don't remember very well. Just before the training sessions. Yes, he was very relaxed. There was really nothing that you could maybe identify that as an issue or anything. He was very relaxed and ready for the weekend. But when the time comes, it's either you deliver or you don't deliver, and then they end up with a draw. Because to me, to end up with a draw while they are one man down doesn't make sense.
No, true.
Yeah. In terms of the team of Chiefs caliber.
No, true. What you saying makes sense.
But Amazon was a bit stronger on the day because Chiefs really they didn't do much.
I just wanna touch a little bit about games that took place on Tuesday. A surprising win for Sekhukhune. We seen Sekhukhune beating Paris 2-0.
Yeah, but in some of the things it was the faults or the mistakes from the Pirates side, like the one that
the goalkeeper came out.
Yes, the goalkeeper. You know what? There is this problem. I saw it over the weekend between Kaizer Chiefs and Amazulu. The goalkeeper for Amazulu was doing the same thing. They want to hold the ball and play with the ball and then turn and then take one man down and then you kick.
Don't you think maybe it's a lack of communication?
Risky. That is always, no, it's not. It's a matter of believing in themselves and being have egos to say, no, I have played soccer for very long. I can dribble you and then
too much confidence.
Yes, I can take you on.
Yeah.
Yes, and kick the ball then after. And then for unfortunately, it was too late.
And another surprising win, SuperSport, beating Royal AM 2-1.
So it is strong. It's very strong currently, and then which is almost the same thing as Sekhukhune. If you look at the Sekhukhune players,
this is football. We always hear the rumors that Erasmus might sign for Orlando Pirates. Where is Erasmus today? We had the rumors that certain players might join Kaizer Chiefs. There was a striker coming from Africa to Kaizer Chiefs. We're talking about the striker that is scoring for Kaizer Chiefs.
But remember, football is football.
Football is football.
Yes, do happen, because look at Pito. Where is Pito now? We are hoping that Pito.
Yes, it's good. But it's good for South African football.
But that team is not on the first division in South.
It doesn't matter. This is where we find we're having a problem. We have Pesita who wanted to go to Egypt. Personally, I never proved him to go to Egypt. Even if you play for the first or second division in Europe, you're still going to be a better player. There's a better competition compared to you playing here. Pito, he went to a team that has money. The only thing he wants is to promote that team. And once he promotes the team, remember when Pito started on SuperSport, where did he put SuperSport?
But according to me, it's a gamble, because if you move from Egypt, at least you're supposed to go to Europe and coach the first team. The first team in the Premier League in England, or maybe in Italy, or you go to Spain. But to go to Saudi and then become a coach for the lower division.
Look,
not a good decision.
I think
but that is financial decision, I understand.
I think let's give Peter a chance. Let's give him a chance. Let's give him a year or two, and then we'll take it from there. And I mean, Biamang is still continuing to score for Kaizer Chiefs. Kik and Dolly, they scored over the weekend. They scored again on Wednesday. What do you think of their form?
It's difficult to tell about Kik Dolly, because over the weekend he came in as a substitute.
And he scored.
Yes, and then he scored. But we all know he's good in terms of scoring. Yes, he's, in my language they say umnat. Yes, umnat.
Anyway, let's get to the main part of the evening, which is the prediction for the upcoming weekend. We have games playing on Friday. We got Saturday's games. We got Sunday's games, and I'm gonna put you on the spot on this one. The first game is gonna be on Saturday. We're seeing Supersport is playing Sikukuni. It's a Supersport home game. The game is at 7:30 on Friday. What do you think is going to happen to that game?
Based on the performance of Sikukuni on Tuesday.
They both won.
Yes, they both won, but Sikukuni on Tuesday, I vow for them.
Supersport won 3-1.
We're looking at 2-0 against Supersport. You will see. In terms of their performance, technically, Sikukuni is going to win.
You heard it.
They're stronger.
He says Sikukuni is going to win. Sikukuni is a better team than Supersport. Let's wait and see. Friday is just around the corner. Tomorrow is Friday, so let's wait and see, and then we're going to see tomorrow what happens. And then on Saturday we have TX Galaxy is hosting Morocco Solos, which they're not doing well lately. I mean, they lost to Kaiser Chiefs, and then the next thing they're playing at 3:30 with TX Galaxy, and TX Galaxy seems to be coming all right. What do you think of that game? Yeah,
that one I'm looking at 1-0. Then TX Galaxy definitely will.
1-0 to TX Galaxy.
I'm sorry for my swai. I'm sorry for my swai. Do my bets next time, not this time.
It seems like for the Dube beds, the hole is getting bigger and bigger. They need to try to climb up there. They need to come on. I mean, we need the Dube beds. They've made it to, or did they make it to the Blood Label, Cullen Cup Blood Label? Am I right? Yes, they are. No, they're not. It's Amazulu.
I'm not sure.
It's Amazulu. I think it's Orlando Pirates, it's Kaiser Chiefs, Mamelodi Sundowns, and Amazulu. But Abu will confirm that for you as well. And then late on Saturday, Orlando Pirates, they've lost. They won against. They played a draw against Sundowns on the top 8. They lost 2-0 to Sikukuni on Tuesday, and they played Richards Bay in Orlando.
Yeah, that one is for Pirates. That one is for Pirates. Richards Bay is not doing as much as I expected when they came to the Premiership, but they're still there. They're still gonna remain to the Premiership, but they're not doing as I expected them to do. Yes. Because at the beginning, if you remember, they were topping the league. But where are they now?
But
Pirates
but remember, they won against Amazulu on Wednesday.
Yes, they did.
Yesterday they won Wednesday 1-0.
Yes, but if you look at Amazulu, it was wounded, coming from Chiefs over the weekend. They were tired and wounded. So yeah.
He says Amazulu was wounded. Yeah. That's why Richards Bay managed to score and that one goal, and then they won. I mean, whether it's 1 or 2 goals, the most important thing is to get that 3 points. The 3 points is very, very important.
Yes, and then, because Amazulu was wounded because of those red cards.
So, how many goals do you think Pirates is going to score?
We're looking at about 2 goals.
2 goals. So 2 goals to 0.
Yes, definitely. 2
goals to 0. This is the man from the production team. Let's see. Maybe he's right. Maybe he's not right. Let's see. Just go do your betting. Don't forget to subscribe on our channel. Don't forget to follow us on our social media. And when you do click that subscribe button, click that bell as well, so that every time when we load any of the videos, so you'll be able to see those and you'll be able to get that notification, and then you know that you've loaded. Should you bet and win, make sure that you don't forget to donate to those that will need that money. Don't use it alone and eat it alone. Help other people. Yeah, because we help you to bet and we analyze the team. We speak about them. So we helping you. So when you bet and you win that money, just make sure you help others. Help others and use it well. That's all I can say. You must use it well. And then on Sunday, we only got one game on Sunday. Stellenbosch is hosting Kaiser Chiefs. It's a difficult one because the Stellies, they're very cheeky at home, Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard at home. But I'm seeing Chiefs winning on that game. I'm seeing 3-0 to Chiefs. 3-0 to Kaiser Chiefs. 3-0 to Kaiser Chiefs. I can tell you who's gonna score. Wow, that's very powerful, and the confidence. I like it. Who's gonna score? I can tell you. We're looking at Higan Dolly scoring there. We're looking at Dupree because he will be back home. Oh yeah, he still needs to come and prove that. Yes. He's going to score 2 goals, Dupree. Wow. You'll see. Wow. Kaiser Chiefs, according to him, his name is PASEKA from the production team. He's the head of the production team. Since Precious is not here today, we decided to bring someone from the production team, and you heard it. He said Kaiser Chiefs is going to win. And just before you go, we look at that law. We see Mamelodi Sundowns, and I mean all teams played 9 games now. And if I give you just your top 5, at number 1, it's Mamelodi Sundowns with 19 points. Richards Bates at number 2 at 17 points, which it shows that they're doing so well as well. Again, SuperSport is at number 3, Orlando Pirates number 4, Kaizer Chiefs number 5. Okay, Pirates, SuperSport, and Kaizer Chiefs, they all got 14 points, and below them, the Steelies. So you look at the Steelies and you look at Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs is number 5, the Steelies is number 6.
Battle of the position.
Exactly.
Battle of number 4.
Kaizer Chiefs has got 14 points, the Steelies they've got 13 points. Royal AM is still not bad. I mean, they're sitting at number 7 with 13 points. They've got the same points as the Steelies. Golden Arrows, happy for Arrows to be there. It's always nice to see those teams pushing up, but leave there. Let's go at the bottom.
But there is a team that was doing well at the beginning of the league. That is Royal AM. But where is sitting now? Last year, they've never came to the 7th position.
Yeah.
But look at where they are sitting now.
They're sitting at
big question is,
number 7.
Yes.
They've lost, let's see how many games. They've lost 4 games.
Yes, the big question is, are they going to redeem themselves from there and move upwards, or they will remain on that level?
I think for now they still have this question mark of the coaches, and
yes.
you know, there's a lot that is happening there.
Yes, but definitely I'm seeing the Kukuni moving from that
11th position,
maybe sitting to the top 8, somewhere in top 8, because they deserve to be there the way they are playing. They deserve to be there. And Amazulu might move as well. But hey, honestly, this league is difficult this year.
It is very difficult this year.
Because if you look at the likes of Amazulu, the likes of Skukukune, the likes of Ajax Cape Town, they're very upsetting.
Yeah. But the question is now.
It's very upsetting, even though they're still down there, but they're still upsetting. But Amazulu is not bad because it's number 9 currently. Yeah.
The question that I have for you now, Morocco Solos, we saw them struggling last season.
Yes.
And they had to find a coach, they had to survive. Now you're looking at 9 games played. They're sitting at number 16 with 8 points. What's happening there?
The reality is, once there is an issue of nearly being relegated, that
problem,
it haunts
you,
yes, it haunts you, it remains with you. So the best thing to do is to overhaul.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. But it depends whether you have money to overhaul or not. I'm not saying they don't have money, but it's a matter of overhauling and rebuilding your team and make sure that you're ready for the season and you will compete. Because if they did that, they could be on top 8 currently. But
but
they're not. Look where they're sitting. They're already at risk. Then the big question is, are they going to make it within the remaining about 11 games or so?
For the PASEKA for visiting me. It was a great time to have showed you. It was very nice. I was impressed with the way you explain and your knowledge of football. And sometimes we look at you behind the cameras and we're thinking, the only thing that he knows is click and shoot and cut, stop and so on. But we were amazed with your knowledge of football.
Yeah, click does teach us like many things. That's why we are more knowledgeable in terms of football. But I'm not an expert yet. I'm still learning in football. Yeah, I'm still learning.
Precious,
but it was nice to be here, eh?
Yeah, if Precious doesn't come back, I think I know who I'm gonna have on the show again.
Yeah.
And Precious, every time I take a time off, I got someone new. He's gonna be.
By the way, get well, Precious, eh? Get well.
No, thank you. That's all for today. Thanks, PASEKA. We really appreciated your time being with us today. Remember those people in Makaya, don't forget to subscribe onto the channel and you click that button, and then once you've done that, and also go to our social media. And remember, you can also send us a message. I mean, you can suggest. And what we want to do as well is to at least once a month have one fan coming and do the interview with us. And just remember, you can send us an email. You can go onto the socials, inbox us, or you can even go to the YouTube and you can just send a message from there. And yeah, all we're gonna do, we're gonna make sure that we do invite one fan per month. Remember, we have a busy schedule, but we are willing to accommodate one fan a month. So if you have subscribed to our show, then we'll invite one fan a month and they can come and be with us. Ladies and gentlemen, and all I'm saying is football is life.
Thank you.